Hello and welcome to the video on Power BI. In this video, let us understand performing running totals in context of filters. Running totals are usually performed to achieve an aggregation of values in terms of time scale. YTD and MTD values are examples of the same. Here, we are not just going to see a plain running total. Instead, we can see a different performing of running total but customized to the filters applied to the screen. Let's go ahead. For understanding purpose, I've taken a data set which is going to have customer ID, machine ID, session, and timestamp. It's basically which customer uses which machine and what is the session associated and its timestamp. Now, our objective is to find the transactions performed by each customer on a particular mission. And this is going to be a running total so that we also get the total transactions performed by the customer in a mission. For let's start with having a simple count of transactions so that we know if the sum ties up with whatever is the data, whatever is the number of records that we have in the system. As a starting point, I'm creating a measure which is going to show the count of total transactions in the data set. So I'm calculating the count of sessions. Since sessions are going to be pretty much unique across the data set, I'm taking a count of session and this one is going to be used in the card visual which I've already added to the screen. So this shows that there are totally 21 transactions in this data set. Now, for our understanding, we first create a plain running total. So as many of you might know, running totals are calculated using a simple formula, which will be as shown in the screen. Let me type it out. Here again, I'm just uh, calculating the count of sessions, but the only difference which I'm going to do here is to define for which timestamp it is going to perform. So here as a starting point, what I'm saying is calculate the count of sessions in the data set, but make sure that it is like your timestamp must be less than the maximum timestamp present in the data set. So once this processes, let's see what is the output. So for this purpose, I'm going to add new table which is going to have timestamp in it as well as the total transfer as well as the running total. So as you can see from this data set, so this is giving me the running total of all the transactions that were performed across machines and across customers. Now let's try to see which machine is being used for how many times over this timestamp. Okay, so this is giving a wrong value. As you can see, the 21 is repeated so many times. Similarly, 15 is repeated so many times. So this clearly is an example that running total is not getting split across the missions. So this is going to be the same case when I add customers as well. Now let's say that I'm filtering for the mission for one particular mission. So this is going to give me a count of 4, 9, 11, 15, 21 and 21. But as you can see from this data set, there is only 7 records, or in a sense 7 transactions, out of which 8801 is going to have 6 transactions and the other customer 8803 is going to have 1 transaction. So at the end of the day, the mission 7 is having only 7 transactions, which is properly being shown in this total transaction card, but the running total shows a wrong value. Let's see how we can modify the running total so that it filters for the mission selected. For our better understanding purpose, let me rename this running total to YTD running total. So it means that it is going to be for a year to date. YTD is an abbreviation for year to date. Now, the only difference that is going to happen in this case is inside the filter clause, I am bringing in mission ID as well. Since I want my transactions to be that my running total to be bifurcated based on the mission that I'm selecting, I'm just going to equate my mission ID to the selected value of mission ID. So selected value, as many of you might know, brings in the data from the slicer selected. So I'm just changing it to double equal to, which means I'm equating this mission ID with whatever is the selected value in the mission ID filter. Now let's see what is the difference in the YTD running total. So once it processes, we can now see that there are like two records for 2nd February 2020. Let's see if that is true. Yes, there are two records. Similarly, 3rd April is going to have one record here. So as a running total, it's going to be 3, which is perfect. 4, 5, 7. But then still you can see here, right? So 7 gets split up twice. But if you see the mission 99901 is having 7 transactions, but by customer, this customer is having 6 transactions while this one is having the other one transaction. So let's also add one more filter to this running total column, wherein we also define the customer who performs it. So I'm adding one more customer ID here. Again, I'm going to equate it with the selected value of customer. So now you can see that the first 6 transactions, that is the first 5 transactions, end with the running total of 6, while the transaction combination of mission ID 99901 and customer ID 88803 is going to have one transaction against it. So this perfectly syncs with the core data set. Now let us test this out. Yes, it is responding for the filters made, and here again it is responding for the filter selections. Let me select a different mission now. So this mission is having 3 transactions for the same customer. So it's perfect. 3 is the running total. So as we can see, this is like perfectly matching for all the scenarios. So in this is a different scenario wherein the mission is same while the customer is different. And here the customer is same, mission is same. And here the customer is again the same scenario of customer and mission being same. So as you can see, in all the cases, the running total works perfectly. So that's all in this video of Power BI running totals demo in context of filters. Please like, subscribe and comment for more of similar videos. Thank you.